Hello, welcome back. Financial Fix with Sharnella. Today we're going to talk about the fact that many of you don't know this, but you will or have earned $1 million or more in your lifetime. But you say, Sharnella, okay, I don't feel like I've earned $1 million or more in my lifetime. Well, the reason that is because you've earned it in small increments over decades, or you will earn it in small increments over decades. So let's take, for instance, someone making $40,000 a year over a 25-year span, they've earned $1 million. But the reason why they're not a millionaire is because it takes so much money to live, and earning $40,000 a year isn't really enough money to take care of all of your financial responsibilities, save and invest. And furthermore, if you haven't gotten raises over that 25 years, I'm assuming 40,000 with no raises over 25 years, that's $1 million. If you started out earning 40,000 and you've gotten raises, and maybe by the time 20, 30 years later you're earning 55, you've earned over $1 million, but you still don't feel like a millionaire, and you're not, because inflation is so high such that the measly increase that your employer will give you, typically that raise is not enough to cover the cost of living. So every day, every year, you're falling behind more and more because the cost of living is just so high. The cost of homes, the cost of vehicles, the cost of your utilities and all other necessities have increased, but your income is not keeping pace with that. So for those of you, if you want to figure out how to become a millionaire, how to have $1 million net worth, I want you to listen to the entire video before you judge. And I want you to do so with an open mind. And when you hear something that you might not agree with or that you don't like, I don't want you to click off. I want you to give the video an opportunity, listen fully to what I'm saying, because the information that I'm giving to you is the path pretty much that I followed that took me to where I am today. So wise people should learn from people who have already been and done a thing that you want to do. So if someone's already traveled that path and they're telling you this is a way to get to that path or that destination that you want to be at, and they've already gotten there, then you need to listen. And maybe it's not exactly what you want to hear, but it's hard truth of how they got there. So let me explain here. How do you become a millionaire? First of all, you need to earn a six-figure income. And some of you out there will say, oh my God, I don't earn six figures. I'm nowhere near that. I never will earn six figures. Okay, well, if you keep talking like that, then you never will. So where you are today does not dictate where you will be in the future unless you don't make a move to change that future. So today you might be making 50, 60, 70,000 a year. And maybe there's something that you can do, such as improve your education, get a higher education so that you can move over into a six-figure income. But you don't always have to do that. What I'm talking about is creating multiple streams of income. So you have your job, then you're going to find a side hustle or a business that you can start, where that business, in addition to your traditional income with your job, is bringing in tens of thousands of dollars each month. Now, once you're doing that, then you can move on to taking those tens of thousands of dollars and putting it into an investment for which you really don't have to do a whole lot of work in. That's just going to let your money make money for you. And then that investment could then bring in tens of thousands of dollars each year. So you're earning money from your job, you're earning money from your side hustle or your business, and you're earning money from your investments. So right there, that's 3 income streams. Now, if you're a single person, that is one way that you can do it. Now, if there's a couple, now you've got 2 incomes plus your business plus your investments. Now, it's going to take you some time. It could take you a decade or longer to get to the place where you have $1 million net worth. It took me 2 decades, but I still got there, the slow and steady. And along that way, I lost over $100,000 in bad investments, but I still made it. So if you want to listen to people tell you that there's a way to get rich quick, I'm going to tell you this: there really isn't. Now, you can do it the legal way or you can do it the illegal way. I prefer that you not do it the illegal way. Please be very careful about the investments that you decide to make and how you decide to make money. Always make sure that you're working within the law, because from my perspective, the consequences of fast money are just too hard. Trust me, I would not make it if I went to jail. That's just not a place for me. So even though doing things the legal way takes a little longer, sometimes a lot longer, it is still worth it because it's more sustainable. In order to build $1 million net worth, you need to be bringing in 6 figures. And just because you're bringing in a 6-figure income doesn't mean that you get to spend lavishly, okay? I want you to budget effectively. And I want you to bring in multiple streams of income that will help you get to that 6-figure income, because maybe your job isn't going to get you there, okay? Some jobs will, but most jobs won't. And some of the side hustles that you can do that would help to supplement your income, there's so many of them out there. I'll list a few for you. You can fix and flip properties in real estate. Like myself, you can be a private money lender. Stocks, mutual funds. If you understand the stocks and the mutual funds that you're investing in, you can own a business. You can do other side hustles like snow removal, lawn maintenance, hairstyling, online tutoring. You could have an Etsy shop that you own. You could be a content creator, pet sitter, hairstylist. I already mentioned that before. But there's so many different things that you can do to earn more money. And I always tell people this: what are your skills? I always ask people this: what are your skills? What skill can you monetize? If you develop it, you could make money on it. We all have skills. All we have to do is identify what those skills are and figure out a way to monetize those skills. So continue watching Financial Fix with Sharnella. This is where you will get motivation, inspiration, and financial education. See you on the next episode. Please like and subscribe.